Yeah, we're out in friggin' like Mothman territory right now. So if my phone gets service.
Speaking of Mothman.
Oh gosh, did you see another one?
No.
Oh.
Do you want to tell our fans about our experience?
True. Okay, so let me give you a visual idea here. Okay, so I don't think it was this road specifically we were on, but it was very similar to this road, correct?
No, it's on the other side of town. But I mean,
I meant with the trees. And
yes, the trees.
So we were coming down like a road like this, right? So it was Kiana with us?
Yep, we were taking her home that night.
Yeah. So it was late at night. Our friend Kiana had spent the day with us basically. So we were taking her back home, and everything out here basically looks the same. Like it's like basically out in the middle of nowhere everywhere. So we were driving, and both of us, did Kiana see it?
No.
Okay, so
Paying that close attention.
yeah, that's the sad thing, because like literally it was just us, so no one's gonna believe us because we're always like so
They always think we're psychotic anyway.
right. So we see this big like white gray thing go over the road, like over the trees, and
it was close to the car. It looked like I was gonna hit it. It was pretty dang close.
really, because I feel like it wasn't that far. It was like on the tree line. It was below the tree line.
I thought it was like right here by your window.
See,
and it looked like it was really low and it was gonna hit the car.
See, it looked like about that light pole or that telephone pole to me, like that where that wire is, like maybe like that.
Maybe.
So I saw it. I didn't know she saw it. I saw it, and I figured, because at first my brain was like, oh, it was just like one of those big like cranes that, because we have sandhill cranes down here, and they're like huge, and they sound like friggin' dinosaurs, and like whatever how they sound.
Does not sound like a dinosaur.
Mom can do it so well. It's like no, that's turkey. Wait,
that's not a dinosaur either. Nope.
Oh god. Anyway,
Stop trying.
they're loud and obnoxious, and they sound terrifying if you don't know what they are. So I figured, and they're big. They're like a good sized bird. So I figured,
if you run after them, they chase back after you. I've done it. I've had experience. Don't do that. Got it?
see the ones in my neighborhood, just they don't give a crap. They just like look at you like, huh, really? Like they don't move at all. Like I literally will sit there and lay on my horn to get them to like move, because they won't. Like I can't drive. They won't move. So
you get your camera right.
I know. Something shifted, and now I can't figure out what shifted. But anyway, so stay. Okay. So I figured, okay, it's just a bird or whatever. But I'm like, then I'm sitting there thinking, it was real big and real thick and real wide for a bird. I'm like, what the crap was that? Yeah. Like it was like the size of this car, like the width of it anyway. So
it had a lot of feathers.
Yeah, it looked like it had feathers. It really did. Like that's
long
why
feathers.
See, I think you got a better look at it than I did, because all I saw was
I have to. I'm driving.
Vaguely.
I can't
well,
hit
yeah,
things.
yeah. I probably was looking over here or talking or something. So I didn't think. Oh God, I didn't think Cindy saw it, so I wasn't gonna say nothing. And then you said something, and I was like, oh crap, maybe she did see it too. I was like, So describe what you saw, because apparently I didn't see it as well as you did.
It looked like a freaking pterodactyl to me. It was big, and it was gray, and it had really long feathers, and it looked like it was about to hit our car, and then it just disappeared, and I tried to look for it. Granted, it's pitch black at night. It's like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night.
There's no street lights out here at all.
Yeah, and there was none, and I thought I was seeing things because, that's me. But I wasn't. I know I was. I know what I saw, because it looked like it was going to hit my freaking car, and it swooped right down, and then it was gone. And I don't know what it was. Until this day, I can't figure out what it was.
Yeah, it was scary. Like,
it wasn't normal, and people are not going to believe us that it wasn't normal. It's just a bird. It's just your imagination. No, it was something that I've never seen before.
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty. I mean, I don't know if you can tell from these videos. You probably can't. You're probably gonna be like, yeah, okay. But I'm pretty rational minded. I really shut up. I really am. Like if Cindy is like, oh, I saw a ghost, or like I heard something, and then I'm like, okay, well, is the TV on? Was it the phone? Was it like, not saying that she's not gullible. Rational? She's not gullible. It's just I'm the first one to be like, okay, let's think for a second.
She points out my flaws.
No,
she's such a good friend.
What the heck? No. No, certain things I'm very gullible at, but no, with supernatural stuff, I'm very like, okay, let's think about it. What could it possibly have been? I literally could not figure out what the crap that was. Because was it... Okay, so I'm trying to think. Since it was dark and we couldn't see much, but we saw that thing. It wasn't like glowing or anything. But what?
How would you see the feathers? It had to be, like I said, it had to be pretty close to the car.
Yeah, the headlights must have picked it up or something. Because I know enough to know I saw something white or gray. Like I know that.
I think it's gray.
Yeah.
I think it was more gray than anything. It was like an elephant skin type color gray.
See, and I remember it being a little bit lighter than that, but I also didn't see as much of it as you apparently either. And it was big too, because usually my brain's pretty quick at because when I'm driving or when I'm in like the car. How come my battery says it's overheating? I don't understand. Like, can I not get just like a normal battery? I don't. Anyway, if my thing shuts off, I'll turn it back on. But anyway, so because usually I'm pretty observant because I'm always like really paranoid, especially out in the middle of freaking nowhere with no streetlights. Because I grew up in the country. I grew up in Delaware where there's no streetlights and there's deer everywhere. So I'm constantly like scanning the road. And of course, the one time that I wasn't looking up is when this. So my point being, my brain real quick can figure out, okay, that was an animal. I don't know what the crap that was. And considering, because remember when I told you about the thing that I saw on the road when you used to live in Seffner? Mm-hmm. So another story, because apparently this only happens either when I'm with her, going to see her. Anyway, if we're out in the friggin' middle of nowhere in the backwoods somewhere, so I was going. She used to live like way out in like. I mean, she lived in Brandon, but the way to get to her house was very, very rural. Oh my God, what is... I don't know what the heck that word. I can't talk. Oh my God. Sorry. One of these days, I'm literally going to make liquid spill out of her nose. I'm telling you.
It might be this weekend. You're pushing it. Just saying.
The thing is with her, I never know what is going to make her laugh and what's not going to make her laugh. Like, I can have a vague idea, but I can't tell. But, so...
Done with my coffee. I'm awake.
Yay!
Kind of. It's slowly.
I can tell you're more awake than you were. You walked into my house like, hey. I was like, what the crap?
I love you.
Love you too. Bless your heart, you're trying. But, so, I had just left her house for the weekend, and I was driving back, and it was on one of these kind of like roads too, but it was more like a curved road. So I came around, and it was just a bunch of like farmland, a bunch of trees, maybe like one house on the corner. That was it. So, oh, that was mine. Okay. Anyway, so I'm coming around this corner, and I had to almost slam on my brakes because there's this thing in the road, and it I'm gonna say what I thought it was, and y'all
bridge,
bridge. Wee! Oh God.
High up. Sorry.
That was a thrill. See, I don't have to go to Disney now. So
let's turn back around. Get a refund.
Right. So I'm gonna say what I think it was, what it looked like. I'm not saying that these things exist. I'm saying it's what people perceive it to look like. I saw a Chupacabra. And it wasn't a Chupacabra. Olé. Olé. Arriba.
Fancy Hans.
Fancy Hans.
Fancy Hans.
I can't roll my R, so I gotta do something to distract from that. So Jeffafa. Dunham. I love that we
see. We get distracted. Well, I promise we'll finish the story eventually. This is Disney Plus.
This is like an ADD simulator. If you ever want to know what it's like to have friends with ADD, this is how it is. So
yeah, just get us in front of the camera and we're a big hand.
Right.
Nice and juicy.
Nice and juicy.
Juicy.
All I can think of now is Juicy Couture and the stupid sweatpants that used to have juicy written on the butt.
Yeah, we're not that juicy.
I kind of wouldn't mind. Ah!
Sorry.
Kidding. I wouldn't mind finding one of those sweatsuits. Like, I never used to wear. I didn't wear them when they were popular.
I couldn't stand those. Those made people look so ghetto and sloppy and didn't care about themselves. But yes, let's tell everybody that my butt is juicy. Look how it jiggles. Jiggle, jiggle.
My money don't wiggle, wiggle.
Oh
it
my
falls.
God.
See you jiggle, jiggle.
Johnny, my daughters will never wear stuff like that. They will. If they do, they're going to Jesus camp. Just saying, or military.
Oh my gosh.
Putting it in the videos for record keeping in the future. Done, sealed, delivered.
Done, sealed, delivered. Okay. Why is it saying my battery is dead? I charged this entire thing.
Oh my god.
I charged it. I don't understand. I charged
it's your 30th birthday weekend. I want you to focus on your camera.
I did.
Obviously not.
I have an extra battery. Hold on.
God, I hope so.
And then at the park, they have the little like portable chargers we can buy, and I'm gonna do that. So,
I mean, you can buy it.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean. Anyway, hold on. Be right back. I did?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
This way is faster than the other way.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
This road is where all my girls got sick and James got sick because there's so many turns and bumps.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Hopefully you won't get nauseous.
But, yeah, this is the test for if I'm going to get, nauseous at Disney World. Why can I not adjust this thing? Hold, please. Okay.
Hold.
Un momento, por favor. Okay, so I swear she's gonna start picking up Spanish because I'm gonna start saying it more around her.
I speak their English.
You barely.
My kind of English. I didn't say it was your English. It was my English. I got me an A+ in college. Yeah, I passed it.
I got me an A+.
I called him educated.
Educated. I just thought of this scene from Everybody Loves Raymond where you used to watch that, right?
No, I hated
No?
that show.
Oh my god.
Dad watched it. I just didn't care much for it.
I used to love that show. But there was one time when Frank, the dad, was like, what did you need school for? No, like whatever. And Robert sits there and goes, yeah, Paul never went in for them fancy book learning. That's all I could think about right then. Anyway, let me finish my freaking Chupacabra story. I don't know why I have to use my hands every time I say that word.
No, Hercules.
Oh, I'm so glad we're on the same wavelength.
Someone has to be.
Anywho, when we last I didn't put any mascara on. Son of a
So?
Ah!
What?
You're
fine looking.
I know, but thank you. I wanted to put on mascara. I knew I was missing something. Son of... I wonder if I can do it. Wait.
Oh, please.
I'm gonna be one of those women. Hold on.
Don't be one of those women. Okay.
Yeah.
Will you
Side
finish
note.
your story?
Side note. Sorry. ADD. So we need like an ADD sound, like a little chime that's like ding. ADD.
Something from SpongeBob. I feel like SpongeBob would have that kind of sound.
Probably. Yeah.
I feel like you should find one from SpongeBob.
I'm gonna try my best to find one from SpongeBob. So don't mind me. I'm gonna put on some mascara.
Or you insert Patrick. Where he just has that dumbfounded look.
Where the little sparks are above his head, and it's just like. But oh gosh, your light is like non-existent.
What? Don't be picking on my car. Mine's fancier compared to yours. I got a TV.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Can you finish your story?
Oh yeah, right. So, so when we last left our heroine, she had just come around the corner and almost hit a freaking Chupacabra. So, continuing. Please, I hope I don't poke my eye out.
Oh, this road's bumpy.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? Son of a. No, of course. This is a road that I noticed that I don't have mascara on. So I came around. It looked like a Chupacabra. Like, if you guys have ever watched those, like, documentaries or, like, the little, like, monsters in America on Travel Channel, the freaking crazy Texas lady that has one stuffed in her house with, like, the knots on his back legs.
Dr. Canyon is convinced she has a new species, stuffed and just waiting for science to catch up.
This is the animal. It's bizarre. We've been all over the world and seen animals from all over the world, never seen anything like this. You know, it doesn't have any hair on it, but the whole body is covered with this slight layer of fuzz. And they say that there's no such thing, it doesn't exist. And it's right here.
And like the wrinkly skin and everything, I swear it looked like that because I couldn't like really. Oh, thank you. Oh God. Oh my goodness gracious.
Okay.
Thank you. It's nice to have a best friend that doesn't want your eye poked out. Anyway, so
I just didn't want you to look ugly.
oh well, thank you. That too. That's also very important. Because that would require makeup wipes, and that would be a pain in the ass. So anyway, the crazy lady that has like the Chupacabra stuffed in her house and like had it sent off for like testing and everything, and they can't figure out what the heck it is or whatever it is. It's been a while since I've seen that episode, but it looked like that, and I couldn't like stop to look at it because, like I said, I was on a curve, and in my head I was like, oh my God, if I stop and try to either take a picture of this or observe it more, someone's gonna come flying around that corner behind me and just just take me out. So
because she's always thinking about death and her grave, as you know earlier in the video.
Tell me, was it not the smart idea to not stop on a curve, on a blind curve in the middle of nowhere? Okay, like come on, I can't be the only one thinking that. Oh goodness. So I slowed down as best I could to see it because I had to like I didn't want it dark in front of me, and I kind of had to like go around it almost. So, and to this day, it kills me that I didn't get a picture. Not saying that it was like, a goat sucker or whatever. I'm just saying it looked like it, and it could very well be, a dog with mange or whatever, but it just looked so much like what I've seen on TV. Like, not the alien version, the dog version of it. So, it was so weird. And I'm like, oh my God, no one's gonna believe me. No one's gonna freaking believe me. I didn't get a chance to get a picture. So yeah, I've had a couple of weird cryptid experiences. I don't really have the supernatural, paranormal type of experiences. Like, I mean, I do, but that's another video. But it's not like what you're thinking it is. I have the cryptid experiences, apparently. So yeah. Have you ever seen like any other cryptids, like Bigfoot or anything?
I heard, I don't know if this has to do with Bigfoot. I know my mom and all her sisters claim that they saw Santa Claus, like real Santa Claus.
What?
No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. You know how my grandmother lives out in the middle of nowhere in Ocala?
Yeah.
Right? Just like these woods, but there's no one, like the next town is like maybe 15 miles away type deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she always told me and Jake, that it was Christmas Eve night, and they heard something outside, and you gotta understand that there's bears also outside because that's where she lives, and there usually are bears. I've seen bears at my grandmother's house.
Right.
But it's Christmas Eve, and they heard sleigh bells. And I know...
Shut up.
I'm dead serious. Ask Mama. I'm so serious. All her sisters and my uncle claim they seen Santa Claus that night. Every single one of them had the same story.
They saw a person?
No, they saw him. I know you're gonna laugh, and y'all gonna laugh, but
no, I'm trying my best to remain, impartial.
It was a full moon that night, and it's a lot clearer to see things when you're in the middle of the country because there ain't no street lights, right?
Uh-huh.
So you could see all the stars and such, and they heard the bells, and they saw him going across the sky.
What, like a sled? They saw like a sled shape with the deer and everything?
Yes.
What the crap?
I'm so serious. She's always told me that when I was a kid. And she told Jake, and I've asked Aunt Tammy, I've asked Aunt Sherry and all them, and they say the exact same thing.
So what year was this around, maybe? Like
I don't
the
know,
70s
she was
or
like 7. I don't know. She was born in 68, so probably in the 70s, yeah.
So I'm trying to think, maybe, I wonder if they had the like drone technology and someone was like pulling a prank or something, but...
Yeah, but out in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, true, actually.
But that's my mom's experience, but...
Huh. That's interesting.
Never saw Bigfoot or anything like that, but I swear... I've heard... And this was just recent, too, and I told the girls about it, because we used to play tricks at the cemetery with... when I was a kid, my uncle used to claim there was man-eating monkeys, and he would scratch the side of the truck and bang on it really loud, and we'd jump in the truck. And
I mean, it's Florida. There probably was monkeys.
Well, yeah. But he would think that they were coming after us, and he had a little tiny pickup truck and a little tiny window in the back. So we'd all try to, and it was always around midnight, 10 o'clock before we go to bed, and we always take that annual trip to the cemetery,
I think I remember you telling me this.
Anyways, so I started doing it with my girls.
Oh my God.
You know, I gotta let tradition.
No, I know. I would.
So before we leave my granny's every time, it's usually at night, we take them to the cemetery where my grandpa's buried, most of my family's buried, and literally we're almost related to everyone in that cemetery, and that is no joke. My grandmother says that, oh, you know that person and that person? Yeah, those are your cousins.
Wow.
Like, are you serious? And they're like kids. And I'm like, and then there's older people, and then my aunt's buried there. Like, it's like a family cemetery. I hope one day you'll go up there with me.
Yeah, I want to, honestly.
And see, because then we can go to Daytona and such. Anyways, getting off the subject. But I took them last time, right? This scared the living daylights out of me. And I don't get scared easily, but this scared me so much. It was about 7 o'clock at night, 7:30, so it was getting dark. And you couldn't see anything out because the cemetery is right in the middle of a cow pasture. So it's like surrounded by a cow, but then there's just that cemetery. It's weird.
That does sound kind of... So you hear cows, basically.
Well, yeah.
That's terrifying.
But they're usually asleep, when we go, because we go at night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot cows sleep.
I was going to get out and, fix some stuff on my grandpa's grave, my Uncle Kenny's grave, because most stuff gets knocked down. There's a bunch of stuff on there that, we put on there and everything.
Right.
And no lie, I had my windows down. I didn't even get out. This is how scared I was. All of a sudden, I hear this little voice, and it's whistling. It sounds like a little girl, and it just has this tune go. But it wasn't the wind. It had like a tune, like a lullaby tune.
Like that?
Yeah. But it was so high pitch, and I literally jumped out of my skin.
Oh, God.
I would not get out of my car, and I said, we gotta go. We gotta go. And I told my girls, and I said, Mommy doesn't want to get out no more. She said, why, Mommy? We want to see the Grandpa and whatever. I'm like...
You sure it wasn't one of them either?
They don't know how to whistle.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, never mind.
And James was asleep, so that, he wasn't there.
Yeah, that was my next question, because I wouldn't put it past him.
So, and I never, ever since I've gone back to that cemetery, I can't, unless it's during the daytime, I cannot step out at night, because it creeped me out so freaking much. I feel like it was hiding. You know how that statistics say that if you think someone's watching you, there usually is someone watching you?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there was a little girl at that cemetery watching me whistling at a lullaby.
Oh, God.
Scared the living daylights out of me.
Ugh.
So no, I haven't had, that's the only encounter I've had to anything remote, creepy or whatever, besides what we saw.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.